it's so crazy thinking back as to what was happening kind of this time last year. And it's really eerily similar to what I was discussing in my review of second year, which was about the same time last year.
I can't get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Your dark hair, but those eyes so bright. They look into my soul and it sparks my life. Can I take you there?
Oh my gosh, welcome back everybody. So what we're going to do today is do a review of 2020 and a review of third year medicine at Auckland University in New Zealand. 2020 started off in about January. Myself and the other class rep, Travis, we were finalising Freshers 2020, which was a orientation for the second years who had just gotten into Auckland medicine. We had some amazing contacts that helped pull together a great event, and we achieved like so much, and it was so good getting to know everyone, which came in handy because lockdown meant that we couldn't get to know the second years as much as maybe we wanted to. In New Zealand, it wasn't until about the 21st of March that, you know, we took a week off uni, and then that was kind of extended into a full-on lockdown. So cue the Dalgona coffee, the baking. I had really strict timelines for study because we still had Zoom lectures and recordings, and it was pretty crazy, pretty hectic. But the best thing about lockdown was being with family. I spent lockdown in Ohakune, and I loved being on the farm and just getting to feed the calves, getting to feed the chickens, and there was also the births of some lambs. There was snow. It was amazing. It was so good being at home. I haven't been at home at that period of the year since I was living at home when I was 18 and before then, so it was really, really special for me. But what can I say about third year? You're probably wanting all the meaty stuff, like what is there really to know about third year at Auckland Medical School? And one thing I will say is the workload increases from second year. You know, second year is pretty full on anyway. It's not unmanageable, although my review of third year is that it can quickly get unmanageable. It can quickly get unmanageable if you have a lot of extracurricular activities, if you work, and if you're just kind of burning out, which I kind of felt like I was maybe doing because I had, you know, it was my 5th year at uni, and it's my 5th year of lectures, and I was just towards the end of the year just getting a bit over it. But maybe more of that later. What I'm going to do is put up a little overview of what second year is like, just as a recap. I really encourage you to check out my review of second year if that's something that would be interesting for you. And then third year looks like this. So you have an overarching subject which lasts the whole semester, which was sensory systems, which is things like your eyes, like tongue, ears, that kind of thing. And then you have the nervous system, which is like your cranial nerves. All about the nervous system, super interesting. Like really, both of those are really, really interesting topics, but very content and anatomy heavy. And then you have reproduction, development and aging, which is ranging from fertility to even the development of the embryo, to beginning of life to end of life. Then the second semester, your overarching paper is RBF, or regulation of body function, which is really about the homeostasis and how to, and all the kind of main things regarding how to function, how the body functions. And that paper is particularly helpful, I'm told, when you're moving on to the wards, which you do in 4th year. So there's a really great continuation, I would say, at Auckland Medical School between years. Then you also have blood immunity and infection. So that is kind of like a bit of hematology, microbiology. That was a really interesting paper. Lots of niggly little details, but overall pretty straightforward compared to the first semester. Then you have PCS2, which is a continuation of PCS1 that you have in second year, and this one's more focused on how do you take care of yourself and how do you take care of your patients, and it's about professionalism, and it's really honing the history taking skills which are important for your OSCE, which you have at the end of the year. And another thing you have throughout the year is you have a medical humanities paper, and the medical humanities paper is like a general paper. It can be art, English, law based, and it has a medical relation or medical kind of spin perspective on it. I personally did art history with the lecturer Alicia Maceman, and she was so fantastic. I found her such an engaging lecturer, and I got a lot out of the course. And I think what a lot of people miss, which I think is a really cool thing about it, is it is your last chance in a formal learning setting to be studying something outside of the realm of medicine, and it's so valuable. These are not really exam tips, these are like what you should get out of the course. So I want to change that and say these are the things that I think you'll get out of each of the papers. Sensory systems is a really good one that is probably more relevant for not fourth year but maybe fifth year and sixth year, but it's a really well taught paper. The lecturer who takes it is a really amazing lecturer, and he actually edits Gray's Anatomy, as in the anatomy textbook, so to get that level of teaching at Auckland University is outstanding. And I'm not saying any of the other lecturers for any of the other papers are by any means any less, but that one is a particular one which I think is honestly quite incredible. For second semester, blood immunity and infection, really interesting covering of microbiology and blood and the immune system, kind of a continuation of POM or Principles of Medicine in second year. So again, a really good continuation paper. RBF is sort of again a review of the respiratory system, the cardiovascular system, digestive. It's really bringing it all together and explaining homeostasis. And then we have PCS2, which is honestly just really good information, and you probably are going to, what I've heard from other people is you get into fourth year and you wish that you had more PCS2 lectures because they're actually that valuable for dealing with patients. And that is honestly what I can tell you about third year. Like, that is the papers. Med school, like, you will definitely remember papers and learning specific concepts, but your best times of medical school are going to be the times that you spent with your friends and that you did things and learned things kind of outside of medicine. I really want to stress that Auckland Medical School really facilitates connections between the year groups as well as within the year groups, and that's something that I personally find so amazing about Auckland Medical School. And yeah, I guess in terms of med school, the year ended with half grad, which Travis and I organised. That was our final event of the year, and it was a really great event. We had some awesome people there. Once you get to the end of third year, you're halfway through med school, and you are halfway to graduating. So that's what half grad is all about. Some other little tips: on your medical humanities paper, try and do that in first semester and get it out of the way. I did that and it was really good. Portfolio, try and stay on top of that. You try and do a little bit every so often so that you have a bunch of pieces that are really varied. Progress tests are worth more and they are more important to your overall grade in third year. So progress tests, try and stay on top of them. I mean, it's your last year of pre-clinical learning. If you're going into third year this year, enjoy it. It's going to be a ride. And if you need help, contact people who have done it and have been before you, because I'm sure they will not mind helping you out. They've been there, they know how stressful it is. I just want to wish you all the best. Go hard, stay fresh, enjoy life, and that's kind of all you can do. So yeah, I hope this video was somewhat helpful. It's just kind of a collection of tips. But yeah, hope it helps someone out there. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Maybe give it a cheeky like. You know I do enjoy that. And feel free to message me on Instagram, my Noted by Nikki Instagram. I check that regularly. And I love to help out people if I can. And yeah, that's how or where I'll end the video. Alright, until next time, bye!